I just found my favorite product of the show so far. It's called DT550, and I've got Greg here, who's the owner of the company, and he's going to tell us all about it. Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and we're out here at the Four States Farm Show in Pittsburgh, Kansas. We're going to walk the show, show you anything that I find interesting. Hopefully we can get some sales reps to jump on camera and tell us about new products or why they've got the best product. I love coming to these shows. Should be a good time. This is a concrete mixer that would be really good for that job I've been helping with on the disc golf course. They're having trouble getting concrete done out there because you have to take multiple machines and the concrete truck can't go that far. This mounts on a skid loader and you mix it yourself. And then it's got an outfeed conveyor. What do you think? Do I need one of these to add to the fleet? So what do you think when you see it?
I think the riding the stand-on mowers that you had for a while.
Yeah,
The
that's
John
what
Deere
it
ones.
that's what it looks like.
It's exactly the same.
But if you think about the advantages of a skid loader, it's got those advantages, but it can lift almost as much as my tractor. But look how tight of a space you can get in.
Yeah.
And they've got a higher hydraulic flow rate than my tractor, so you can still run multiple different attachments on the front, move logs. It can almost replace the tractor. But it's got the pros and cons of the skid loader. That turning with this just shreds grass. But I like the control style on this Baumolite with these two levers. There's several different control patterns that they put on these mini skid loaders, but I really like the look of this one. So here's a direct competitor for the Precision Manufacturing tree shear that I have. This one's heavy built like Precision, but only one jaw moves, whereas mine has both jaws move. All right, we got the outside Kubota booth. Let's see what they've got going on. Buddy Brad at Piney Grove runs one of these, and when I watch him on it, it looks like a lot smaller machine than when I sit on it. Well, I was looking at how much room you've got to get on that backhoe seat. I was gonna flip the seat around, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. But looks pretty darn cramped. So this skid loader is made by Vail, and it's got your regular swing type blades on it. But it's also got these fixed blades right here. So I guess that just kind of shreds the material better. I mean, this thing looks almost like a side-by-side when you look at the cab and everything, but it's got a loader on it. That is an interesting little machine. So I've got my son out here with me, and he thinks it's weird that I'm walking around asking these people questions. I think it's weird that they paid for booths and then don't want to talk to me. You're here to represent your brand and sell stuff, aren't you? But that machine right there looks like a side-by-side. It's got suspension like a side-by-side. And it's got the ability to put, looks like a lot of different attachments on the front. I'll have to look those up when I get home. And prices are out of control. That's the same size dump trailer that I had, and I thought I paid a lot. I think I paid $10,500 for it, and that one's over $16,000. Same size, and looks like a well-built trailer. And the only advantage I see to it that's obvious is it's got the single front lift cylinder, the telescoping cylinder, which they say those are better, but not $6,000 better. Hopefully that's not just the market now. This one, 7x16, it's got the same type of lift system that mine had. It's got the dual jacks instead of the single jack, which is an improvement. And it's got the built-in drop leg kickstand on the back for $13K. Seems like a little better deal, but it's still, it's a lot of money. Little tight getting on and off. So I know other people think that if you've got a big ag tractor and you see mine, you think it's tiny. But man, look at the size of that bucket. It's about 4 shovels worth. Deal. Really? Truck mount welder generator all built into one. I bet that's not cheap and green. Okay, so what do we got here?
It's a product called DT550. Nothing more than a friction reducer. All we do is make your favorite better. What do you use on the farm?
I buy, well, on the farm, I guess I'd probably buy Valve.
Okay. What do you use in your own personal field?
Mobile One.
Mobile One. It's a Mobile One. Do you ever use Lucas or any of them kind of things?
I haven't in a while. I used to.
Right. We'll pass that with it too. We'll put you to work here. What I'm going to do is we've got a hardened steel race. We've got a hardened steel bearing. I'm going to give it a bath of oil. You're going to lift the handle up about this high. I'm going to slide it in place and go let it down nice and easy. Okay?
Okay.
Put it up for me, right? Let it down nice and easy. It's nice. Lift him up for me. Let it down nice and easy. Okay. Now that was Mobile One.
Okay.
This is going to be Mobile One with Lucas. Nice and easy. Lift them up. See a lot of difference between them two.
Seems like it held a little bit longer.
Maybe a smidge.
Not much.
This is DT550. Here's what we do. Making your favorite even better. Look. Lift them up for me. Nice and easy. There's 5 weights on there at 1 pound apiece, 30-to-1 ratio. Makes it roughly 150 pounds of pressure right there, right now. There are 5 on there now. Let's put on some more. Right?
Well, it just keeps going, doesn't
It
it?
does keep going. Here's 1. There's 2. 3. 4. There's 5. That's twice the weight you had. I want you to lift that handle up just so you feel the difference.
Yeah, it's definitely heavier.
Okay, she's still going, right? Mm-hmm. So let's just see. We're on video. We might as well try it out, see what happens. See if we can get another 5 to go right now. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. It's walking a little bit because the Lucas is in its way. Lift that up for me again, Mark. I'm just going to give her another little shot here because of all that Lucas is getting out of the way now. Okay. We're going to start up with all that weight on. You got to try that. Now, DT stands for drivetrain. 2 ounces in your power steering pump, 1.5 ounces per quart of oil in your motor, 3 ounces in your transmission, 3 ounces in your transfer case, 2.5 to 3 ounces in each differential. You just unhold drivetrain. You're familiar with that product?
Brake cleaner, yeah.
Brake clean, just brake clean. You know what it's going to do, right?
Yeah. Well, that should have made that stop.
That should have made that stop. You are right. Now, the thing is, all the equipment that's in the barn been in there all winter. This spring, you got it all fired it up. Where was all the oil?
The bottom, yeah.
When you started that tractor, the combine, anything like that, you started up, you fired it up, you watch the oil pressure start to come. got up there. Now you had it everywhere. Eliminates the dry start. Works excellent. And again, like in your pickup truck, it's once every 5 years or 50,000 miles. You add it more often if you like. But you have to remember, you're only using 1.5 ounces per quart of oil. So if you got a 6-quart system in your pickup, it takes 9 ounces. Right?
Are you going to use this with like a tractor or farm equipment like that?
Yep, absolutely. Hydraulic system is 3/4 ounce per quart of hydraulic fluid, 1 ounce per quart of gear lube, 1.5 ounce per quart of oil. By using that in like a hydraulic sprayer and stuff, you will help reduce the temperature of the sprayer, the hydraulic fluid that you make it run.
So if someone's watching this video right now and they want to try some of this, where would you tell them to go?
You can go right online to DT550.com. Just put in DT550, Google DT550. It'll come right up to Xaga. Scroll on down to G&H Petroleum, which is my company, which is DT550. I am the owner.
Fantastic.
On there, you can order my PayPal. Pints are 20, quarts are 40. They're 38 online, 40 here at the show. The gallons are 100, the pails are $4.50 online, 400 here at the show.
Well, you say it's like $20, $30, but actually it's free because it saves you so much in wear and tear on your equipment, right?
A lot of the other chemicals on the market, matter of fact, the majority of them, you put it in every time you change your oil. Look at the back of the labels, they all tell you.
Yep.
By doing that, it costs you a lot of money. Ours, to treat your 6-quart system is 9 ounces. It's a 16-ounce bottle, costs $20. So basically, it's about $10 to treat that motor for 5 years or 50,000 miles.
Nothing convinces me faster than a demonstration.
The hands-on.
That's an effective demonstration right there.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you taking time to talk to me.
Thank you, Rock.
And you guys go check out DT550 if you want to make your equipment last longer.
You betcha.
The name of your product is
Show Me Twister,
Show Me Twister. So you're from located in Missouri?
Lebanon, Missouri.
Awesome.
And they're
Love
all
local
made
products.
They're made in Missouri, in Springfield, Ozark, Nixa.
And this is to make it easier to put your clips on.
Yes. So you just set your clip on your barbed wire. It works easier on barbed wire. You start it like you would with pliers, slide it down, and then just twist it around, and it feeds itself out. And you can pop it off all the way or leave a little bit. And there's holes on the bottom and the top. And you just put it in a little hole, if I could do that. And go like that and make it twist. There you go. And then that way this is tight, and you can also use it to remove them if you need to. So you can use it to take them off also, and that way you won't have to cut them or have them hanging on your fence. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking time to show it to me. If someone is watching this and they want one, what's the name of your website, or how do they get it?
It is showmetwister.com. And there are other videos to watch, and you can see how to use it. So,
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
So we'll put a link to that in the description. I was watching my friend Brad from Piney Grove fix his fence with a pair of pliers, and they could have really used this tool. Okay, I walked by and saw this, and I said, it's another pair of loppers. We've all seen loppers before, but I'm going to let this guy tell us why this is different than what I think it is.
Yeah, it's so Tiger Drill Tools. We have ratchet garden tools that instead of having to cut through in one cut, you just pump the handle and they ratchet through like a PVC pipe cutter. Over the years, we've added different mechanism, make them cut a lot bigger. This is our #1 rated tree lopper. It extends out the one-touch handles, and this will cut up to 2-inch limbs or smaller. And all you have to do is just pump the handle. If you're in a tight spot, you only have to pump one side instead of both, and that'll help get you through that limb a lot easier. If you have those side limbs where you're trying to trim up the trees, you can cut straight through and without having to ratchet every time as well. And this will give you that extra reach, up above, and then about waist height down below, so you don't have to strain the back and the shoulders as well. And if you want to cut down the whole tree, we got one that's a little bit bigger. This is our T3 lopper, and it's got our gear ratchet on it. It's like a bumper jack for tree limbs. So when you get on those 2-inch limbs that are dried out, like hedgewood and mesquite wood, that'll help get through there a lot easier.
I can immediately see how that ratcheting action is going to increase your leverage each time you go down further.
Every single time, yeah, and it's literally like having that first bite every single time.
Now, so are these just like cheap plastic and they're going to break, or what's the deal?
No, it's all made out of aircraft aluminum on the handles, cast aluminum on the head. So you got durability without the rust factor. The blades are all powder coated as well, so you don't have that rust. If you leave them out in the weather and they get a little rain on them, just spray them down a little bit of WD-40 and that'll bring it right back for you.
Love your cup. So if
Yeah,
someone's
thank you.
watching this and they say, I could really use a better set of loppers, where would they get this right here?
Yeah, tigerjaw.com, and we have our full line of tools on the website, and much more. And we're out of Denton, Texas, and www.tigerjaw.com. Yeah, so the Ultimate Hose Nozzle, it has 5 settings on it. You just turn the top, and the more you turn it, the more it'll increase the volume. So if you're watering plants, rinse off the equipment, the house, the car, it's got the perfect setting for any job. And the more you turn it, the more powerful it gets. So if you rinse off the deck, the patio, the landscape stones, maybe you have a nosy neighbor you want to take care of. And then one last turn for a great mist for the delicate plants and flowers. It turns off on either side, left or right. A 2-way shutoff is one of 7 patents they give this tool. It doesn't leak, and you can leave these out year-round. They don't rust, crack, or fade in the sun. On the inside of this, the gasket is tucked away behind the thread so it doesn't fall out and start leaking as well. If you drop them, leave them out in the weather, run them over on accident, they're built to hold up to that type of wear and tear as well.
Where do they get this one?
This one is made by HISC. It's Horticultural Institute of Southern California. ShopDePalma.com. They have these on their website. Also QVCTelevision.com as well.
Okay, so what do we have here?
We have Jake's wire tighteners. These have been on the market now for 27 years. What we try to do is help farmers and ranchers by taking some of the work out of their fencing work. I do what other companies do, I just do it faster for less money. Part of the reason is I use 1/4-inch round rods. It's got a couple of cute little bends to it. This is my locking device. I call it my locking collar. I want to hold that up and look for my eyelet or teardrop here. I have a special made tool. I take the stubby end of the tool and bring that in on the back side of that eyelet. Now I have a gap here. Because my wire runs horizontal, get that handle horizontal, I'm ready to load it into the wire, insert it in, always turn it to the right or clockwise, tighten it up, bring it around, and lock it, and I'm finished. You can roll the wire multiple times. A turn to a turn and a half takes out a lot of slack in a very short period of time.
Yeah, it seems like one turn would do quite a bit.
Well, this is our standard 1/4-inch. It works up to 12.5 gauge barbed wire. We actually do have a heavy duty 5/16. We make that for high tensile wire. So we do 1/4-inch or 5/16.
And so you sell the clips and you sell the tool to use them with, right?
I sure do. The 1/4-inch clips come 20 of them in a bag, and the big heavy duty 5/16 come 15 in a bag. And the install tool is heat treated and powder coated. It does fit in both clips, the 1/4-inch and the 5/16.
And if someone wants to order some of those today, they go to jakeswiretightener.com. That's the website.
JakesWireTightener.com.
All right.
And these have been out on the market now 27 years. They work.
Well, thanks for taking the time to show it to me.
Thank you.
All right, well, we're about to head out. The farm show was a little bit smaller, a little bit different this year. There weren't near as many tractors outside, not near as much to see outside, but I thought the stuff we saw inside was pretty cool. So I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.